everyone, welcome to the life of Thuy. For my new thing for the week, I'll be attempting to make Portuguese Piri Piri Chicken. Portuguese Piri Piri Chicken is considered as the nation's favorite choice when it comes to fast food. I personally don't know how they can pick that as fast food because in general it's accompanied by a heaping serving of rice and French fries. So how can you eat that on the go? But hey, if you're able to eat it like that, that's great. Me, I'll be making it accompanied with mashed potatoes and some baked asparagus. So you might be saying, what exactly does piri piri mean and where does it come from? Well, supposedly back in the age of discoveries, when Portuguese explorers were traveling throughout coastal Africa, they came across a spice and then they brought it back to their country calling it piri piri, which is Swahili for pepper pepper. For this recipe, I used pre-made piri piri sauce that I bought in a jar, and any of you could find that at your local grocery store. However, if you want to try and make some piri piri sauce from scratch, some of the ingredients would be chili peppers, lemon, vinegar, garlic, bay leaves, oil, and some other spices such as oregano or tarragon. I was fortunate enough to actually go to Portugal a few years ago, and one of the things that I really remember about Portuguese cuisine is that it's really plain and simple, but it was just really good because everything was made fresh. I remember specifically that they don't really have vegetables, and you would think that that makes sense because it's very rocky terrain, not very fertile soil, I would imagine. But even if you did come across some vegetables at the grocery store, it was pretty expensive. However, even though the food was simple and plain, so to speak, it was very tasty, very yummy, very good. And of course, they served everything with like a carafe of wine, so that helped too. So there are several different recipes of piri piri chicken that I came across on the internet. Some call for grilling the chicken and some call for baking it in the oven. I'm going to try baking it in the oven first and see how it turns out. And if it turns out great, then I'll try grilling next time. How about all of you? How many of you have heard of or tried to make Portuguese Piri Piri Chicken before? Let me know in the comments below. Maybe share your recipes. Or if you try this recipe, let us know how it turns out. And of course, please subscribe to The Life of Thuy so that you're updated on all the latest adventures. All right, enough of all this talking. Let's get to cooking. So the house smells absolutely delightful. It is really kind of like an unusual smell because I don't normally cook with these types of spices or this kind of like sauce or marinade, but it smells great. The chicken is nice and juicy. A lot of just like yumminess like oozing from it, you know? I could see that obviously the longer that you marinate it, then probably the more the chicken will soak it. So that would be really interesting to try it next time with grilling. All right, here we go. That's really good. It's flavors that I'm not used to, you know. I'm used to, obviously, you know, being Asian, growing up in a Vietnamese household. I'm used to like Asian smells and tastes. This is really unusual, but it's really yummy. I mean, I can taste the lemon, definitely. And I can taste the that piri piri sauce. That'll be maybe another Life of Thuy episode, is to make my own piri piri sauce. But yeah, it's great. There's a little bit of that heat, but it's like an undertone. It's not like right at the front, but it really complements the flavors of everything. It's wonderful. That heat and that paprika, it's great. It's a great like mixture of everything. It's wonderful. I could definitely see myself making like big batches of this and then having people over for like a barbecue, and just everyone, you know, you can even like skewer it on a stick and then maybe put along some vegetables like peppers or onions or tomatoes on there and grill that along with the chicken. Oh, and then if you have some of that chicken skin on there, then grilling that would be really yummy because it'll come out like all crispy and everything. So how about all of you? How many of you are gonna try and make Portuguese Piri Piri chicken after watching this using the recipe that I'll be posting below? Please let me know how it turns out. And of course, again, thank you so much for subscribing to Life of Thuy. We really appreciate it. Thanks for joining. See you next time.